part of it. So why didn't he correct it? You know, which I think he was correcting it. But to put that on like the PNT and say PNT's bad, whatever. I'm sure he's running his mouth now since I mentioned, you know, not for nothing. Ever since Anita and Viv handed me PNT, everybody's been non-existent. I've been dealing with PNT by myself even before you guys were in office. As far as I think one of the only FTOs doing shit. Tackleberry did step up for a little bit, but even before that, it was just me. I mean, so for people to run their mouths behind the scenes and then not like come to my face is very upsetting. I just feel like nobody comes to me with anything. I consider myself approachable. Maybe I'm not to them, but even Viv never came to me about Tackleberry. And I know for a fact he went to her because right after our talk, before Peters said what he said, they were in the garage talking for like a half hour. And then later that day, she's up north in the fucking hills with 3 marshals. Whatever, Tackleberry stuff. I did ask Tackleberry, by the way, Peters, if we could have a meeting with him, you, myself, and Moss, if that's something that he'd be willing to do and you would be willing to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't care. I literally told him. I told him. I said, look, I think you're a great officer. I said, I specifically said you're a great officer. You're one of the best we have. But the reality is like this fucking shit talking in our own department is spreading like fucking venom, and
it is.
You know, I mean, for him to go and talk shit, I'm like, I said exactly what I said. You know what? You applied for a job. Nobody asked you to fucking work here. If you don't like how we run things, you can get the fuck out. If you have an issue, go talk to that person. And if you're not talking to that person, I don't want to fucking hear about it.
Yeah. I asked him if he'd already made his mind up because King called me upset this morning because they were on the roof. Him and Tackleberry were on the roof. And I said, King, if he wants to transfer.
Made his mind up. Oh, he wants to transfer?
Well, so King called me and it sounds like he's wanting to drop from FTO. Okay, fine. I mean, not, you know, like I've been doing this a long time, not a problem. And King's like, well, why would you, no, we need him. He's great and da-da-da. And I'm like, well, clearly he thinks we're a low quality department, King. So why do we want somebody who thinks that teaching our cadets the same attitude? And, I understand where King's coming from, and he's like, we need to keep him in the department. We need to do what we can to keep him. I said, all right, I'm gonna go talk to him. So I did go talk to Tackleberry. I asked where he was because I'm gonna be honest. If he didn't have the shitty attitude Friday that he had, I wouldn't have responded the way I did. But it was just his demeanor, like entitlement, just already, like he's not even part of our department. I mean, even when people were running for mayor, he was in the back talking shit about officers asking questions about Ledson or whatever his name was. He complains about officers having memes on the board for their bits. And so I just kind of broke everything down. I said, you think that BCSO doesn't sit there and put up bits about us? Okay, what about High Water, whatever the fuck her name is? Puts up a noisemaker on the board. What officer does this remind you of? And then it ends up being me. I said, you think that there's not some underlying thing that means and that they're not running their mouths in a funny way? I said, do you think I care? I don't care. But I'm pointing out that they are not any better than this department. Departments are always going to have something back and forth. That's just life. That's just what it is. And you just get over it. All he sees is the wrongs that our departments do. Peach, Jeb, Bobby speaking up and talking how he does for Pred and talking how he does for Nino. And I said, okay, Tackleberry, are we going to come to a common ground in this? Like if we have a conversation, or is your mind made up?
Yeah.
Look at the most recent report.
I searched for it on Kyle Pred.
Okay, that's number 4. That's number 4 on my list. That's number 4. That's actually not. I mean, it is on my list. And can I also point out that nobody told me that they literally hid this from me. Okay. So Alana, I love Alana. She honestly doesn't miss shit. Okay. She calls me. She's like, Maxwell, what are they doing in Beaver Town? I'm like, what are you talking about, Alana? So
what the fuck is Beaver Town?
That's the fucking ranger station. So I look and there's Marshals, Viv, Anita, Spade, all inside the ranger station. And I thought, holy shit, they're opening, because Spade just told me she got ranger. I'm like, cool, maybe they're opening the ranger station. So I call Charlotte and she's like, oh, hey, Maxwell. I said, what's going on? You guys opening the ranger station? I didn't get the announcement. We can come up there and see what's up. Oh no, this is about, she's like, I can tell you since you kind of already knew, but the marshals wanted us for a raid on Kyle Pred. And I said, how come, first of all, I'm a lieutenant. Why do our officers are all up there, and not one person told me that they were running a raid on Pred.
What?
I knew not one marshal or officer or anybody told me they were running this raid on Pred just now.
Wait, the judge, hold on, the judge also approved this off of, I guess it's up to them to approve it. So they're saying that 2 reports is a pattern.
But so I was left out. So now I'm thinking, what do they think, that I'm gonna do something to get in the way of a warrant? I don't understand. So the only reason she told me is because like, we don't want certain officers like Alana to find out. I understand that. Alana's, you know, thinks she's first lady, whatnot. Okay. I understand that. But to leave me out is insane. It's insane.
So, oh my God.
Yeah,
oh my God. This is, I've got the other missing piece. But please
Who the
continue.
fuck is Matt Martin?
A shift 3 officer who has been hanging out with the marshals, according to an officer today. That let me know he's been up to some weird shit with the marshals, by the way. Never even heard of this guy. I don't even, apparently he's shift 3 and he's been hanging out with the marshals and I don't know, some other stuff. I was just told to keep an eye on him today.
Just so everyone is clear here, we're not discussing if this comes up, and we talked about this, we're not discussing Nino being here.
Oh no, yeah, it's fine. And I'm I'll get into that. Wait, have you been approached by Angel?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I today's supposed to be my day off.
Well, oh, there's spice.
Okay, can I, my number 2, since we went from 1 to 4 on my list. Number 2, officers this morning, as soon as I get on duty, Maxwell, shit's going on. What's going on, guys? Marshals are pulling us all aside and asking us what we think about high command and command. And if they think that we were doing a good job. And I was like, us specifically? And they were like, yeah. I had 4 officers tell me that this morning. 1 from shift 2 and 3 from shift 1. Bruno Brown was concerned that he might need a command officer, asked the marshal if he could have one, and they said he didn't need one, that he wasn't being interrogated. So today at the meeting, Shiesty did ask after Angel threatened us, like, you know, we were the bad kids, if we had to answer questions that the marshals asked, and Angel said no. So hopefully the officers and you know, and who cares if they do or don't, right? But the thing is, they make it seem like we have to do whatever they ask, have to answer whatever they ask, right?
They're like, okay, whatever. I mean, it is what it is, you know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's just, okay. So where I'm getting at with this is, every time they're at a meeting and they get to the podium, all they do is shit all over us and try to scare the daylights out of the new officers. And I'm just gonna ask that they don't come to our meetings anymore unless they ask permission to high command. I think that a lot of officers left that meeting very upset today. I mean, even when Peach closed it out, nobody moved because everybody was still just like, what just happened? You know, I used to look forward to meetings, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to any more meetings if they're standing in there. I'm done. I don't feel we can.
Let's cancel the meetings for the foreseeable future, and we'll set something else up.
I honestly agree with that. It's really.
Well, Moss, what do you think about that? I don't want to make that call without Moss, but until we figure out what the fuck is going on, I don't want to discuss anything. I don't know what's going on, but I think Moss and myself need to talk. I just don't want there to be.
We're not going to make a decision in this moment.
Okay.
Peters does not have a whole lot of time. I think that this needs to be a longer conversation.
I mean, I think with the dynamics of the situation, I could hang around for another 30 minutes. Mrs. Peters is gonna have to wait.
You need to follow what you gotta follow. I'm just personally not gonna partake, and I mean, I will stand in the back if you guys want me to, but I'm just honestly like, I don't come on duty to get my vibe killed, and like, it doesn't need to be spread across the PD. It's hard enough to keep people wanting to get on duty every day, so to have them up here just like yelling at us about how they can come after us now, and if we're threatening people's jobs, and, seeing them with certain officers. I'm just.
Can I interject here real quick?
Yeah.
Were you at the meeting?
I was at the meeting, and I said something afterwards.
What exactly happened? What did they say at this meeting?
Justice Angel, and Maxwell, please keep me honest here, went up, and she said that, and this, I was already hot off, the conversation, that very thing, like, right? Marshall's coming up and giving you directives. I spoke to Doc yesterday morning, and he didn't give a fuck, right? I brought up to them, like, listen, how I cannot stand here and not say anything when marshals are providing directives and subsequently not going to high command and saying, here's an issue we see, can it be resolved? But instead standing in a meeting without y'all present sometimes and saying, do this, do that, when some of those directives are not legal to begin with. And I said, this doesn't seem constructive at all. What is your oversight? Like, what is this, whatever. I was already kind of annoyed, right? And I was already planning to go after him. Today, Angel goes up there and she states that they are making, number one, that they are going to be taking oversight of the departments. Number two, she mentioned, as Maxwell said, that they've been doing some audits and they will continue doing the audits to ensure that things are working in the way that they see fit. The third thing they said is, we're going to be making some changes that will prevent you from getting fired unjustly. And the way she said it was targeting both you, Morse, and you, Peters.
Well, more so me, because I'm the one that.
Well, let's not forget about other incidents over the past couple weeks. So I was fuming because the way I see it is, they went into your department, talking to your officers, talking shit the way they did about y'all two. Not only is it unprofessional, it's disrespectful. So I went up there and I told them I am going to be auditing the fucking marshals and the way that they operate, because I am not going to stand by fucking bullying. An hour later, I got the following text message. From Angel. Hey, Nino, this is Justice Angel. I am formally requesting that you stop interfering with the day-to-day operations of LSPD, HC, and their high command.
So that's literally her. So they're gonna go after impeachment for you next with that via that text message. Okay.
It gets better. If you have any further questions, contact me via email or written letter. Have a nice day. All right. Here comes the next one. Hi, Angel. Thank you. As to how, this is the way that I prefer to communicate with her, whatever, right? God knows where that came from. I respond, hi, Angel. Thank you for the vague note. If you want me to stop interfering, it would help to know what you're talking about. Without specifics, this feels more like a hollow threat than a serious request. I'll consider my options and reach out. She then responds, hello, Nino. Ordering LSPD High Command to perform specific actions while hanging their employment over their head is inappropriate conduct. Threatening to replace High Command if they don't split certs at your leisure, for example, is not appropriate. Please consider that going forward. And then she gave like some kind of emoji. I don't really know what it is.
Okay, so
I responded. Yep.
Let's call it for what it is. BCSO complained, and now we're here.
Oh, can we also add that
Yes.
Ventura was in our meeting today, and when they asked if he had anything to say, he said no. So he stood in. It's like he knew
Yep.
today Angel was going to say that, and then later after the meeting, Nakota is at the office with the justice. So they're literally, in my opinion, working with BCSO to get all of us out of office, all command up, because they have issues with us.
The thing is I mean, nobody from the marshals have talked to me. Obviously this came from the Tackleberry situation. Nobody from the marshals even discussed anything with me. Nobody fucking, and this is, it seems to be a common thing that's happening with the BCSO and the marshals, where is like as far as investigative work, and they want to look into something, why not question all parties involved, so that way you get a completely so you get both sides.
I included? That was the first conversation, and nobody said anything.
There's two sides to a story. I at this point I think it's just Peters equals bad. Let's do everything we can to I mean, I don't know. There were positives in that conversation where I like explicitly told Tackleberry, I think you're one of the best officers we have in shift 1, and it was more like, lock it the fuck in, get on board, or get the fuck out. If you have an issue with someone, go talk to them directly. I don't want to hear about this shit talking with the LSPD. If you have procedural things that you need, that you think needs to be changed, you need to talk to the people that are doing that. I just don't want to hear about any shit going around where we're slandering other officers in our fucking department. And this is kind of like what we're met with. It's fucking wild. Well, it's absolutely insane.
I want to take that thought process, and my problem with what Angel said to me is, I know you two did not talk to Angel. That someone went to her.
You got somebody. I think he's just doing evidence stuff.
Yeah.
That somebody went to her, gave her a story. She immediately believed it as fact, and has now sent me this message threatening me with effectively impeachment, whatever the fuck is going through her head, over hearsay. Now, this is the mode by which the marshals have been operating. It's the same mode at which that announcement was made at the PD meeting. Someone said, boo-hoo, my feelings, I might get fired, and they fucking switched it up. That is the mode at which there's only a few people that have been audited. What are they doing? They're going to audit people that fit their narrative and then make statewide legislative changes. Knowing full well, ain't nobody got the fucking energy to contest everything. You know what I'm saying? When they, at the end of the day, then make the decision on how it gets altered. Right? So the system's cooked, and I'm going for their fucking throat. And I'm, just to be clear here, I'm not stopping what I'm doing. I will continue to be speaking to y'all. I will continue to follow the Constitution as has been written. I will not be grabbing Daisy as I just did usually. Trying to pull out my MDT. So look, let them, at the end of the day, whatever happens, they got to do it in front of a court of law, and they're gonna look like fucking clowns. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't. It's discouraging. I'm gonna be honest.
Maxwell, I will be
it would take a lot for me not to be on duty, to be honest. I mean, I'm here. I'm gonna be here every day, but for the average guy, like, nobody's gonna want to clock on duty to deal with this bullshit.
Hold on, I don't know if that's illegal. What I just gave to you, I just remember we were talking about that the other day, and I found
legal.
it, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, I'll give it to Nino. You can get a kick out of it.
And that's concerning, right? Because we work so hard to like get our numbers where they need to be, and now people are afraid to do their job. Everybody thinks they're getting fired. I'm like, you guys have no target on your back. It's the big guys. So don't even sweat it. Just do your job. Don't, follow SOPs. And that's it. Somebody brought to my attention the marshals took over a scene yesterday. I have the report documented. There were 3 officers on scene. The marshals showed up, told them they were taking over the scene, and told officers to collect evidence.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be the normal thing too now with everything that's happening or what. So I'm just going to start keeping track of that as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm literally shoveling shit against the tide when it comes to like trying to be positive and keep the department positive. And you have them coming to the meetings just shitting all over us.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Well, I don't know.
I don't know what else to do. I don't. And it's upsetting when you know that BCSO is involved and that they're not being treated the same way or being audited or whatever. And it's obvious that Ventura was aware of what's going on for him to be there.
Where was this energy with Ruby and Barrick too? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not nothing from the BCSO. It's just, I mean, I'm not crazy to think this is targeted, am I?
No,
it's 100% targeted.
I don't want to play the victim.
Brother,
I'm gonna keep on doing my best, but I mean, at what point, you know?
Let me look. Tell me I'm wrong. Den and the LSPD are under a fucking microscope over a raid in which members of Blaine County literally were supposed to be assisting,
documenting,
and instead failed at their job and likely went to the marshals crying, right? And instead of assisting, and I did call them out on this, and making sure things go well, they instead did the opposite. This is by all definitions obstruction of justice. Why? Because for there to be any wrongdoing, it would first need to be seen in a court of law. For them to make unilateral decisions that are counter to investigation is obstruction.
You're good. You're good.
The next thing, let me ask you, how often do people get raided? Probably not that often.
No.
Am I right or wrong?
Correct.
So, and not to go too much on the Den thing, but like what they didn't want to help with the biggest fucking investigation in God knows how long, but they want to take over a scene? Fuck out of here. That was designed to fail. Second, we go then to Pred. What, Pred magically gets a warrant the day he fucking gets elected? Now they're raiding a property?
There are so many units at this property in Pluto.
How did Pred get raided all of a sudden? How many raids have these people conducted outside of that? Now, it's very clear to me that someone is trying to stroke someone's fucking, to get into a position or whatever the fuck, because where are the other raids? You know what I mean? It's not like this is business as usual. No, a pattern. It's fucking obvious. What? The next day there's a law that goes into place, and who's it targeting? Peter and Moss. I get a text message. Hey, we're coming after you if you don't do X, Y, and Z. None of this passes the smell test. So is it targeted? 1000%. It's always been targeted. This is 24 motherfuckers trying to hold to whatever semblance of power that they think that they have. But here's the fact of the matter. They're going to have to prove it in a court of law. I got you. I don't got you.
Haley,
I don't have any food.
What do you need? Yeah, I got food.
Food.
Sorry, I was looking for.
No, I'm just gonna come grab it.
I got it. You're good.
Look.
You need a drink too?
I'm okay right now. Thank you.
All right.
Listen, look, I
already knew, I knew that somebody was on to the whole Pred thing. I didn't know it was going to hold any weight. And then all of a sudden, they're doing a raid today that I don't understand why command is being left out except for apparently Viv.
I mean, it's obvious why. I think that
because I support my command and my high command. I don't. You know?
I mean, the thing that's great, I wouldn't go and tell. I mean, if they were conducting an investigation on Brad, like I wouldn't say shit because at that point it's an obstruction of justice on my
No,
part.
I
You
haven't
know?
said anything to anybody about anything. But why wouldn't I be included in a raid that I already knew? You know, it's just weird. Whatever. I mean, I guess it's fine. I guess it's like guilty by association, right?
No,
That's just
listen,
how it works around here, it seems.
Maxwell, I promise you that
Maxwell. Oh, go on, Nino.
I am gonna be the bigger bully. None of y'all should be able to have to walk into that meeting and feel like you got a bunch of fucking dog shit coming down your throat. And trust me, I have a very loud bark and a very sharp bite. So let them drag people to court. Let them do what they do. The next time I see a fucking marshal say some shit like that, I will fucking raise my voice because I have the right to do so. And I want you to remind everybody here, right, that even some of the biggest villains, all right, the city has seen, still have a higher level of appreciation for this department, all right, than they do of the marshals. And so, yes, they may seem like they got power, but look, at the end of the day, it is enshrined in the Constitution that y'all are my responsibility as you are a public service. So let the marshals come. I'm going to be dropping bombs this week. Just, you can't give up is what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm not. I just, after that meeting, I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to stay away from them because I just don't like negative shit. And, you know, after, like, you're just beating a dead horse, you know? Like, we're trying to get away from that. And then every time they're at the meetings, they're just, you know, saying things or coming up like today, how Angel came up. It was just, I'm done. Like, I don't want to listen to it and I shouldn't have to listen to it. So I'm just going to go out and go on duty. I mean, they don't even ask command if they can take some of our officers to go do anything. They just do what they want. It's their department. It's not even anybody's department but theirs. It's how it seems right now.
Well, and y'all know about the new legislation, right?
I haven't read it.
Pretty much it says they are high command now.
Where is it?
If you search for marshals, it'll pop up. And the amended text is in bold.
I searched marshals. I don't see it. Nothing pops up. Is it something else?
Are you spelling it with 2 L's?
Yeah.
Yep. I do that too. I don't know why. You would think it would have 2 L's. Like, what the fuck? Did you know the English language and the way that, like, the spelling happens is because a bunch of printers in, like, people, the printing press people, the person that, like, reinvented it in the Western world, they decided, a group of people, how to respell things so that the words look similar. So that's why our language is all fucked up, because of the printing press people. Saw that on YouTube earlier.
Where's is there martial legislation? Is there legislation?
San Andreas State Marshals with jurisdictional authority over the state of San Andreas is recognized as hierarchically higher than the 2 county police departments. It has enshrined authority to engage and solve countywide disputes between the police department of Los Llanos and Blaine County, as well as the authority to engage in interdepartmental disputes, up to including command structure, hiring, firing, standing operating procedures. Isn't it standard operating procedures? Standing orders and other internal issues. When those issues threaten the safety of the state of San Andreas, or threaten the peace of San Andreas. Additionally, the San Andreas State Marshals reserve the right to directly intervene in county law enforcement agencies to correct negligent, corrupt, or incompetent behavior by any LEO employed by Blaine County or Los Santos. This may take form of disciplinary action, but not limited to punishments, firing, censure, etc.
Yeah, so I'm already going to contest this. It is baked in the Constitution that this is an overreach, and it goes against the Constitution. So
what's the point of fucking high command then?
Yeah.
Well,
they can do what they did today and just call who they want and use us like their little soldiers.
Well, let's read the Constitution together here. The DOJ shall have a law enforcement agency that is responsible for overseeing other law enforcement offices. They are responsible for preserving the integrity and safety of the state, the Constitution, citizen rights, and the law of the state. This is a very, limited in its wording, unless you are very charitable with the words used here, right? But under Los Santos County, it states very clearly that the county shall have legislative authority over its jurisdiction and be responsible for the governance, public services, and local laws that pertain to the residents and operations within Santos. The Los Santos County Mayor is responsible for the governance of the laws, and the Los Santos Police Department is responsible for the county's public services. This very clearly indicates who is the mayor of Los Santos County? I am. Who is the chief of police? You are. None of what is under the DOJ's purview gives them the right to any of this.
I know exactly what this is. They think they've checkmated Pred, and then I'm going back to being the main tank. God damn it.
What I'm curious about with this Pred raid is it's about stolen firearms, right?
Ah!
Yes.
Did they ever talk to him? Did they ever ask him about it?
There's no way. He's been asleep all day. Yeah, I'll tell you right now.
I feel like
he
Pred
bought
is
it
the type
last
of
night.
Guy to get the report number anytime he files, a stolen weapon.
He, from my knowledge, has reported most. Yeah, I think if you look at his profile, it's gonna have any guns that they found, which is what I believe they used to get the warrant. So if we find X amount of guns on somebody, on people throughout however long, and he's not reported the same amount of guns stolen that we found, usually what they use to push the negligent ownership, right? So they're claiming that they found another 2, 4, 6, 7 guns that haven't been reported stolen.
This sounds like half the fucking cases I took before I became mayor. Look, this is targeted, right? Is it, and this is the problem, right? Is by law, is this something that could have been done?
1,
sure.
2.
But why now? Someone was hunting.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
It's not even 7, it's 5 because there's 2 other reports on his profile. So there's 5 guns not reported stolen.
This is so
So
cooked.
they didn't even do it right.
It's not on whoever did this stolen weapon report. Yeah.
Why didn't they talk to us about? You would think that a raid of a mayor, you would want to tell your respective high command about it.
With all due respect, Moss, she came in and had the audacity to say, "You work for me now," without telling you it was going to happen.
Yeah.
This is how they operate.
The only thing I would have told them about this is triple check your work. Make sure that you comb through every single report, because if this comes back and it's found that he reported more than you guys have found, this is going to look really bad for the LSPD.
Yep.
That's all I would have told him.
Yeah.
Like, make sure if you're gonna do this, make sure, because that man is very smart.
Here comes the chopper. I'm assuming this is the raid shit.
Oh man, I hope they see me from up there.
I mean, they would have to prove that.
What do you mean prove? There's no evidence.
What did you text you? What did she text you?
She
to stop doing?
She said I need to stop interfering, and I said you have to be. These are just vague threats. She said that I threatened to fire you guys if you didn't split the certs.
How does she even know that?
What?
Yes, because that's what I said. Tackleberry.
I'm sure it was Bones.
Okay.
Bones was pissed about it. I'm sure he went to her.
But either way, she's saying this under hearsay.
Yeah, she never questioned. I mean, I haven't talked to Angel.
Exactly. That's my point. That's their fucking mode of operation. They hear someone go squeak, squeak, and she's like, mother rat comes out, and she's like, rah, rah, rah. And then, you know, she writes the legislation. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna come at me, you have to have, you did this, da 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 da, boom. But if you're coming through because I heard in the hallway some shit and I'm changing legislation and threatening you over a fucking text message, eat my fucking dick, pussy.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what she wants because she is yet to speak with Peters or myself.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, Nino. Like, until she comes and like speaks to me about it, I'm kind of don't care. There are other things that I need to do right now, like work on these guidelines for search warrants and raids and do the things that I wanted to do. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and you know, I don't really care, to be honest.
I told my staff the same thing, and I'm like, if this is the hill they're gonna die on, by all means, come and get it, because I would love for this to go to court in an impeachment case. Who did you talk to come to this conclusion? Did you write the legislation before talking to me? Did you send the text before talking to me? Did you send the text before talking to Peters? Did he send the text before talking to Moss? Do you know how to investigate?
I think they just talked to Viv.
I'm tempted to fire Tackleberry now.
You should.
Before
you're
all this
fired, Peters.
I mean, like, I'm very tempted, Moss, to just be like, all right, well, you know, this went further and you're working against me. I told you to get the fuck on board or get out. And obviously it's escalated to this. So I will be taking your keys.
I mean, Viv's enabling it. So it's, you know, even the talk this morning, as soon as I got done talking to him, he was with Viv again. So, you know, and then she called me over to have conversations today, and nothing about anything with Tackleberry, not a damn thing. So, you know, it's whatever. Just learn who you can trust with things and not. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to solve the issues. You guys had words Saturday. I'm trying to figure out what it would take to get Tackleberry in the right. You know what he wanted? He wants combined training with BCSO. And then tried to call Nakota standing in front of me because he thinks that's going to improve the quality of our department.
Jesus Christ. Does he know that BCSO is pushing arrest warrants without probable cause?
Multiple actually. I mean, think about the McNulty situation with
I remember that
with Viv, who's I had Viv's back. I don't know. I'm so done with Viv as well.
But yeah, I mean, I 100% think that Viv was involved with this. I mean, this whole thing, like the shit that she was saying to me last night, like everything that you've said today, Maxwell, was basically a parrot of what
here comes
she
Angel.
was saying.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Amazing.
Pretty
How
good.
are you?
How about yourself?
Great. I just wanted to extend a firm congratulations to you, Peters and Amos. You know, your officers led a groundbreaking raid. They recovered a ton of contraband, and I'm very proud of them. And you should be proud of them too.
Oh, that's good to hear.
So thanks to their hard work, we're going to be able to successfully remove corrupt government officials from their positions and have a safer and more secure San Andreas. Thank you again for your contribution to the state.
Good,
No problem.
good.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck, that wasn't aggressive.
Oh, that was.
I wanted to be like, well, I wish we had all that support for the Hydra raid, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Kind of,
that was really
a little bit
aggressive.
embarrassed for her right now, to be honest.
That was
I think she was
something
holding
else.
back too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, after she called me disgusting the other day, I kind of just, I don't care anymore.
What?
She said what?
Remember at the the legislative audit that I did for...
Yeah.
Oh,
and then she
yeah.
called, she said anybody who would consider auditing or changing this legislation is disgusting. I was kind of like, okay.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Wild.
I
don't.
Can I ask again? So this whole thing was done under your noses.
Right. Without this is the first time Angels even acknowledged brought it up to us that they even did the raid. And thanking Moss and Peters for having the officers run the raid that they didn't even know about, which is insane.
Yeah.
And I've been on duty all day. So the highest ranking LSPD officer that was there was Sergeant Viv.
I mean, look,
the one who signed off on the warrant.
This is someone playing chicken with their life. That's what I look at it like it as. Or their career, quite frankly. So
imagine if roles were reversed and I'm the one who signed the warrant and Viv was the lieutenant. You think she'd be fucking livid if she wasn't included?
Oh, 100%. I mean, listen, I can't.
Like, how dare they not trust me in my lieutenant position? today she pointed out, you're the highest officer on duty. You're the lieutenant.
Yeah.
Okay. Like so rank doesn't go to my head like it might to other people. I don't understand. Like I could be an officer and still do my fucking job.
Oh fuck! There's a bunch of weed in Kyle's house.
So, FYI, he
Where
probably
do you see that?
Raid receipt.
Looking at the raid, is it in reports?
Yeah, report.
Oh my God, boys.
What can you say?
So,
Is there
is
there weed or are there just the grow
There's a
beds?
full-on grow op in that house.
Yeah, no, I see the strain. Yeah.
so that y'all are aware, I see all the accounts, right, in the bank. And this morning I noticed that Blaine County had gone down from 21-ish or close to 21-ish million down to 18 mil. And Pred had previously told me he was looking for a spot for like growing vegetables and all kinds of shit.
Oh, God.
Now keep in mind that would not have been touched until late in the evening, because before I went to sleep, I would notice the number change. I literally have to look at the bank like multiple times a day. And I would have noticed the decrease. What do you call it? After I sent off some payments to like events and shit, it was still at that amount. And early this morning, like 9-10 hours ago, it was down to 18. My point is that he probably bought this thing and then fucked off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of weird Angel blasted all that in front of you, Nino, if she wants you to stay out of our shit.
She doesn't know what she's doing because she has no moral compass, and she does not have any principles she lives by. She lives in the moment. And that moment is, how do I feel like I matter? What is the word called? Like when you're narcissistic. So, like I said, I don't think she has the balls to try to impeach me for what she's claiming in these text messages. It's a fucking scare tactic.
Yikes.
I mean, she said what she did about the open letter, and then they went ahead and did everything we told them to do. So, you know, put your money where your mouth is. I'm on that same energy as you, Moss. Just none of this matters unless it's official. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
Should have at least waited till he legalized things like that.
I got legalized in Los Santos a couple hours ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The reason I brought up that timeline, by the way, is there's no shot he put all that there. There's no way.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he bought it. That's what I'm trying to point at, is that I know for a fact that he would have bought it last night. And I don't even think he knows what's inside. He wasn't here all day. The account only went down like either the way this morning, which is unlikely, or way last night evening. And so for him to set all that up, what, with Pred's on an 8, what is it? 8 in skate life.
Why did they, his apartment's not in the raid either. It's just this warehouse.
Ah. No. That can't be right.
It's not.
There's no shot they didn't raid the apartment. They probably just didn't put it in the thing yet.
It just
if
says Great Ocean Highway,
if
Polito,
he's
for
not
location.
Awake, would they be able to even raid his apartment?
What, did they request a night search?
Oh yeah, did they? Because that's a huge deal, right?
No, they requested it.
Okay.
Wait, can you not raid someone unless they're awake?
You got a request for a night search.
No,
Okay,
no,
but
no.
can you
like their
physically?
apartment.
No, that's not.
Okay, so hold on a second. So they raided him today.
Without him
being present, and they needed to do it today.
They didn't need to do it today, right? They just decided to do it today. I mean, they could do it. They have.
Fuck, mine didn't work.
God damn it!
Did you twist? Did you twist
Just
your
my
knee?
ankle. Yeah, I didn't think
Right. Well, hold on, let me make sure Angel's not around.
Yeah. All right. Back upstairs. Oh, hey, Moss.
Yeah, I'm throwing IFAX on you.
How's my? Oh my God, you look bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucked up. No I don't feel like I have any broken bones though.
Nino, I get things are stressful, but please, okay?
Yeah, do you guys have any IFAX that you have, Nino, or patch them up with?
Yeah. I'm gonna take a look at you.
Oh fuck! Oh my God! Dude, I hope someone else is streaming because